Hey, welcome to Doozer Shop. It's an unboxing video today. I saw something really cool on eBay and I picked it up. Paid 70 bucks for this. Actually, with $20 shipping and $10 tax, you can spend $100 real easy. But I thought $70 was a good price for this. Got the old trusty opening knife. Let me just realign you here to show me opening what's going on. Came from Sharon A. in Lynn, Montana. I'm pretty sure Sharon has a antique business. When you look at the other items on the eBay ad, you can kind of tell if they sell like all machine stuff or a variety of, if they sell varieties of things, then it could be an antique dealer, you know. I think Sharon A is an antique dealer, or, you know, just has a variety store. 4 pounds, almost 5 pounds, 20 bucks. Right? I mean, this stuff used to be $8 to ship something like this. $10. I'm living in the past, because the past is a comfortable place. Alright. My $70/$100 item. Well, Sharon, you packed it very well. Lots of bubble wrapperooski. Holy. I'm just going to make a mess and throw it on the floor. Good job, Sharon. I don't know if you watch Doozer Shop, but good job. Holy cow, Sharon. Man, the gal's a pro. Alright, I'm going to put this on the ground. Set it on my cylinder head. So, Sharon has really wrapped this up. And I always leave good feedback on eBay. People do a good job. I absolutely give good feedback. Man, would you look at this thing? Do you know what it is yet? It's, what's this stuff called? Just saran wrap? Like the sandwich bag wrap? It's actually very good stuff. I get talking loud. I'm sorry. I get excited and I talk loud. Any guesses yet? What is that? Holy cowarooski. Well, there is no rust. It is in really good condition for its age. This thing's probably from the 60s, I would guess. $1960s. You guys probably know what it is. You guys know me pretty well. Try not to cut the item, right? Alright, I cut all the saran wrap. I get excited. I'm sorry, guys. You know, so many YouTubers yell at the camera in their videos, and I hate that. And I notice myself talking loud. So I don't like to do that either. But I think it just comes from trying to create some importance or something. I don't know. Alright, guys. It's a lamp. Right? And let me tilt it. Come on now. It's a small fluorescent lamp. It's got the starter buttons on the top. And this thing Like 5-inch bulbs. They are 5¼ inch bulbs. And that's really cool. So here it is. And this is Frostoria, I think. Yeah, Frostoria. It doesn't say, but I know that's what it is. Don't scratch it, Doozer. Alright. Well, it's got the, oops. I'm not going to unwrap the cord. Just a second. Let me go handheld with it. Alright. So, yeah, it's pretty neat. 5¼ inch bulbs. They're probably called 6-inch when you measure the prongs. So it's got the buttons. It's got a swivel joint. Now the Sears Frostoria made them for Sears Roebuck, and they made the ball joint clamp situation. This is actually probably a sewing lamp, either commissioned by Singer, but this is a sewing lamp, I believe, for like a sewing machine. And this is just, you don't care about the cord, but I think this is a sewing machine lamp, is what its intention. Because you can tell this is a 1/4-inch pipe, and this is 3/8 pipe. Iron pipe size, 3/8 IPS iron pipe size, and this is 1/4-inch pipe, iron pipe size, or national pipe. So let me go down a little bit of a rabbit hole with lamps, and maybe you'll understand why I paid $100 total to buy this thing. This lamp is also a Frostoria. I gotta look at the name. Come on, baby. Right? Fostoria Industries. Fostoria, Ohio. All right. The old Harbor Freight flashlight. Thing's kick butt. I love that thing. You can see it's got the same. Let me back up. Similar joints, right? Similar, a little bit similar. Like a friction swivel joint with a knob. I clamped this one here years ago with just a C-clamp. Now this Fostoria, I don't know why I want to say Frostoria, like frosty snow. This Fostoria, it's a, God, yeah. All right. It's 10-inch lamp. I think they're 8-inch bulbs. You know, if you kind of. Oh, these are cartridge bulbs. These are plug-in. These are not bi-pin on both sides fluorescents. These are actually plug-in cartridge. I don't know what they're called. But anyways, I love this lamp because if you look at the side, it looks like a factory, right? The steel mills had this little, I think it's called a cupola roof or something, where they would put windows on the top to let the light in. And, you know, then I guess it's like your roof comes down. But steel mills, in the United States at least, that's a classic factory building. And I guess England too. I think this probably started that shape of building in England. And leave a comment. I don't know. It's not a gable. It's not a gambrel. It's a, I don't know what it is. Fostoria. Now, these here, carefully navigate through the shop. This is a drafting lamp. Now this is, I believe, a Doozer, and they've got 16-inch bulbs. I think those are 16s. And that's a drafting lamp. Like I said, it's not a Fostoria, that's a Doozer. And it's meant to clamp to a table or screw to a desk. I made this wood bracket with the steel part on the wall, and it serves my welding table. And then I've got a chainsaw on my welding table, and a cylinder head for my neighbor. No, valve cover for my neighbor, but whatever. And Alexa's picture. But they lose their spring tension, so I put some wire clamps in a bracket because the friction joints kind of lose their tenacity. And there's like a spring in there and whatever, but yeah, that's a Doozer. And I got this at, a friend of mine lived in Niagara Falls, New York, and he was having a garage sale. I worked with the guy, and he said, come on over. And I bought a whole bunch of stuff off him the night before he had his garage sale. So this came from a guy I used to work with in Niagara Falls, New York. And, you know, you hold the button and it lights up the heaters, and then you let go and it illuminates the fluorescent. But that's what I did there. Now, I think that's a Buffalo Moorlight. It looks like a Vimco, but I believe it's either that or a Body Electric. I don't remember. Could be a Body Electric, also from Buffalo. And Vimco made the goosenecks, and I just made this fixture up. That bent piece of 3/8 pipe is from my LeBlond 19-inch lathe, and those cast bronze things are part of a gigantic electrical switch from the power grid. And these little lamps are IKEA lamps that I use to light up the mirror if I got a sliver in my eye or something. But they look cool from IKEA. I don't know what that is. That's a floor lamp of some kind. I don't know where that came from. And you know, you guys remember my lamp on the Rockford hydraulic open side planer. It's like a barn lamp. I don't think it's super old. I think it's a reproduction, but it sits on the arm of the planer. A little Schlitz beer lamp. It's just a beer lamp. A little 7-watt night light bulb, and I think I've replaced it with an LED, which is like 1 watt. Lizards from Arizona. And Jake and Elwood. There you go. We got a full tank of gas, a half a pack of cigarettes. It's 106 miles to Chicago. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. So yeah, that's Jake and Elwood. Stay on the lamps topic, Doozer. So hidden in plain sight. Let me get past. Let me walk over here. So these lamps, that one on the bandsaw and the other one, which I got my shield hanging on, these are Moffett You can always tell Moffett. They got that neat little flat toggle switch, and they got the heatsink, aluminum heatsink with the fins. Those are Moffett. Those are neat. Really cool lamps. And to switch fingers, I'm cramping up. I've been working in the high bay on the ceiling. I pushed in my International 6-cylinder block, and that's the 2-cylinder Yanmar diesel block. I guess I'm on a lamp kick. Moving over here, these two, it's hard to see because I got junk everywhere. They're on a base. Like you'd see, this would be on a nightstand in a hotel room. These are Vimco, made in Buffalo. Victory in Manufacturing Company. Vimco. These are Bakelite, phenolic Bakelite, linen phenolic shields or hoods or whatever you want to call it. I got these on eBay a long time ago, but I like them because they're made in Buffalo, New York. Vimco, Victory in Manufacturing. And I think they had some process of making the goosenecks. So why I really like, I started liking the little fluorescents because they came on machines, and they came on, of all things, oops, I'm tripping on my tripod. The Harding HLV and the HLVH had those Fostoria lamps. This one doesn't have one. But that's why I started liking them. A while ago, I mentioned this in a video. That's from Japan. Look how heavy those joints are. Just walk around. On the Glendo Accu finish, it says Mitsui Seki or something. And it's a very cool small lamp. And I made the sheet metal angle bracket. Just look at the how that's made, and the nice toggle switch. And it fits perfect for this little Glendo Accu finish. This is a cheap generic magnifier lamp. Don't know what that is. That came off a building, like some kind of sconce or something. But I can't see anymore that well, so the magnificator lamp is really handy. So I wanted to show you also, let's see, on the Fostoria I showed you on my front table. This is another one, and I screwed it to the wall. Is it the same? No, it's different. It doesn't have the cartridge plug-in bulbs. It's got actual fluorescence. And these are 10, these got to be 12 inch, maybe 10 inch, I don't know. But I like these smaller ones compared to the Doozer on my welding table, because those 16 inchers are just too big for me. Again, it's got the no heater or the no ballast push buttons. And this came off of a Sonnen Hone machine. I screwed it to the wall, as you can see. But this came off a Sonnen, Hone machine. I forget the model, Sonnen. I think you press the red, hold it, and then, of course, it lights up. This little gem is, I think, made in Sweden or something. It's a Ledoux, L-E-D-E-A-U or something. Ledoux? Sweden. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Made in Sweden, L-E-D-U, Ledoux. And it's a neat little, oops, let me get my camera back around. It's a neat little 4-bar linkage adjustable lamp. I cut, I think 3 inches or so, maybe 4 inches out of each one of these legs oops, let me shove it back to make it shorter. And it lives right under the head on the mighty Clausing 8520. It lives right there. And it casts its light on the vise. It's really awesome. And that's why I cut it down, each of those legs, to just shorten it up. So a Ledoux made in Sweden. And this, of course, is another Fostoria that looks like a factory building. Now, the Atlas drill press, it comes, this I believe is a Delta lamp. And on the internet forums, I've seen them referred to as a retirement lamp. I don't know why. Maybe in some company, the guys steal these off the drill press and they make it as a retirement gift. I don't know. I have no clue. You can see a couple Fostoria lamps. This, oh, the lights are flickering. Well, they stopped. This is on my Covell. Back up, cylindrical grinder, and they just mounted it to the control box. It's just kind of strange how they, anyhow, another Fostoria, and this red one is a Fostoria also, and I got that from a job I had 20 some years ago. And I cleaned it up and painted it red. So Fostoria is, they made a lot of industrial lamps. And I made, let me turn it on. I made just an aluminum bracket to go on that lifting point. It's got another one on this side. That's to lift the machine, I guess. But, you know, it works. It's just an aluminum squeeze bracket. Anyhow. This is a, oh man. I think that's a Waldman. I think these were made in Germany. See, I'll show you from the front, but it's got a cool switch. You can see the bright light. It really gives off quite a illumination. And this is your CNC type lamp that you typically see. Waldman makes these, and of course a lot of copies. I made this aluminum mount, and this was all messed up, and I made a new pin pivot. But yeah, Waldman, you can see they're the extruded aluminum. They got a handle on the front. Waldman, like I said, they were made in Germany. I think they started making some in the United States, and you know, another Vimco. Notice the gooseneck. I mounted it to the wall. These came on a lot of valve grinding machines and such. I put an extra clamp on the stem to make it nice and sturdy, but this is not a phenolic, I don't think. That's metal. Yeah, Vimco, Victory in Manufacturing. This is an OC white. You can tell there's bird poop on it. Is that a Hubble socket? OC whites have this nice little dingleberry type of knob. It's really a cool knob. in a very neat little swivel. These are on eBay, about $600 or $800. And I got the secondary arm laying on the bench. I just fastened it to this rod that comes out of the old Sagami turret lathe. I love this lamp. It's such a great light that it casts. They're so adjustable. This is just a modern knuckle joint. The crossbar. Anyways, no lamp on the Brown & Sharp 13, but boy, that Coval's coming out nice. That's a nice machine. I guess this is all about lamps, right? This is an Electrics lamp. This has got the cartridge fluorescence. You can't see because it's up in there's a lens on there. Neat lamp. I'm gonna turn it on. Let's see. LumiPro is a brand from Granger, but it's an Electrics made 45 Spring Street, and it's not plugged in Connecticut. I think I unplugged something else. Another cool fluorescent lamp, Electrics, made in Connecticut. Like I said, gooseneck lamp. And I did a bunch. I did a little repairing in this thing. The transformer was buzzing, and I super glued it and fixed it so it doesn't buzz. And this die-cast aluminum housing I reinforced it. I don't know if you can see 45 Spring Street. Anyways, I put some bolts through the top, and I think they come out the bottom. But anyways, cool lamp. This is an OC white with both of the stalks, and I think that's an automotive headlight made by Ball? B-A-L-L? No. What's the name on that? Oh, Yankee. All right. Can you read Yankee? You can, and the number 920 under Yankee. And it's got a cool guard on it, cage to protect it. And it's supposed to take a 4-inch sealed beam, but I've got a 4-inch, I believe it's a landscaping for illuminate your bushes LED with a reflector. And again, the OC white, I call them dingleberry knobs. And oops, I'm sorry, I'm whacking my camera here. And you can adjust them very well. These, I guess they're called adjuster snugs. And there's one on the bottom too. And I got it clamped to a piece of 1/2-inch pipe. And it's got like a swivel deal over there. But let me back up and not trip. It's on the Hendy tool and gauge maker lathe. Mounted it to the wing of the saddle, so it moves with cranking your saddle. Kind of neat. It's just a little flex lamp on the old Gorton 9J. It's like a bed, clamp it on your bed as a reading lamp, your bed frame. This is cool, guys. I don't think I've shown this before. This lamp, I think it's made in Japan, and it's seen better days. Let me back up. This was on a machine or in the trash. It's a double arm at the bottom, and it's a single arm at the top. And it's just, it's a cool lamp for the Bridgeport. And It's a cheap made in Japan lamp, probably from 1970. That's when stuff from Japan was kind of junky but getting better as far as the specification. And I made a little wood block. There was some existing holes drilled in the Bridgeport, so I just used those holes and transferred the spacing to that wood block. I don't know if I showed you guys this. It's a collet holder I picked up off eBay for 25 bucks, and I fastened it to the door. It's meant to go on the other side of a door, and as the door opens it exposes the collet rack, but I put it on the outside of the door just because. And it's cast aluminum. And I had been using these sheet metal pieces of nothing. Ow, excuse me, I'm whacking into my machines here. But that does great on the Bridgeport. For like a crummy lamp that was left for dead, and I left this outside for about 5, maybe 2, 3, 4 years. And it was so filthy, and just being outside, the rain softened all the gook and the nastiness, and I just hit it with some Super Clean or Purple Power, and I banged some dents out of it, and it's just a ratty old lamp, but you know, it's a great lamp for, back up, for being on the Bridgeport. You know, it's not special, but it's not trash either. And another Moffett on the grinder. Again, Moffett, you can probably see it. Mo fat, baby. And it's got a very distinctive click. Nice, right? Oops. Rubber coated gooseneck. So, you know, that's the lamps. I got a LED type lamp on the old Jigborosaurus. I don't know. I'm a bit crazy with the lamps. But I like them. I like them a lot. And the one on the planer, I leave that on 24/7 in the shop. And I got it. An LB, well, it's not LB because it's a T. I don't know what you call those, LCs. Whatever. But that's the new addition of the shop. Now I'm going to play around and see if I can find a place. It's a 3-bolt mount. I don't think I have any pre-drilled 3-bolt anythings. But, I don't know. I'm going to set the camera back down. Alright, oh no, I hit something on my screen. Turn it off. It goes into some mode I don't want to go into.